are live on the internet right now. If you're watching this, you're watching it in real time. This is episode 27. I'm Captain Lars here at Laughing Vikings Stewed. Of course, my first mate, BK Broiler, a.k.a. Fort Knox, a.k.a. Brandon Knox. To know him is to love him. How you doing, BK?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. How was your Easter, Lars?
It was lovely. So many painted eggs, so many bunnies. Jesus was crucified and rose again. All those lovely things. In all honesty, it was beautiful. Not for any really religious reasons or ceremonial reasons. As most people know, it's sort of lockdown 3.0, Easter lockdown. So there's not a whole lot of things going on. But I did get a chance to bust out of the city yesterday on Sunday and went to for an amazing hike with a friend of mine. And we went out. We were at Mono Cliffs Provincial Park, which is beautiful. I think we hiked for like 4 hours. It was a really long loop. And then I swung up to the Barrie Aurelia area to help my dad with some, I guess you'd call it yard work, spring cleaning, chores. I went home to do chores for 24 hours, essentially. As you know, my dad, had some medical stuff and some hospital stuff back in late 2020 and is still recovering, so he can't get out there to do his usual things. If you really want to know what I did, is I was trimming back the sumac. And if you're a country boy like me, maybe you know what sumac is, maybe you don't. But basically, they have $1 million view from their house where you can see to the horizon into Barrie. But every year, the sumac creeps up higher and higher and destroys that view. So I go in and just chop it off, but usually it's my dad's job, but he's got to take this season to recover. So
that's fair. Yeah,
I had a heck of a day. No, it was really relaxing. The place that they live, for anyone who's seen it, is like, it's like a country Airbnb spa / country resort retreat. It's very beautiful. Nice. So it's nice to be up there. Very zen. Lots of nature. Luna loves it. She rips around on just like she's just kind of the doors open and she's running outside, running inside. They've got a dog too, an 11-year-old poodle that's super high energy. So nice. They get along. Yeah, it was beautiful. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back here in the Stewed. Of course, I'm here at Laughing Vikings. We got our old green screen here. I love this place. It's nice to be.
Don't break the green screen.
It's nice to be. Is that a thing? Can you break it?
I'm sure you can if you tried hard enough.
I think the only way to break it is to color it non-green. So yeah, I don't know. We got some comments. Ooh, we got and we should say hi. We spent all this time talking about my weekend. Oh, it's all about Lars, but it's not all about Lars. It's all about our audience and our viewers. And it's especially about our special guests who we're going to introduce to you in a few minutes here. Mm-hmm. But if you're watching this live right now, let us know what city you're watching from. I see Jim Tubinator, Jim Tubi, a.k.a. the Tubinator, who's a producer and sound man extraordinaire, former veteran or current veteran, I believe. Yeah, current veteran.
Thank you for tuning in.
Used to be, thank you for your service as well. He's told me some pretty crazy stories about when he served overseas in, I feel it was Serbia or Bosnia, some crazy stuff. But now he produces movies, so it's a little more low key than being in the army, I think, hopefully. So.
And before we get into anything else, we do have an actors giveaway. So please tag an actor, comedian, creator, friend of yours. Tag 3 of them, and you have a chance to win comedy tickets and maybe even an audition session.
Right. And if you want to think like, how's the easiest way to do that? Just take a screenshot right now. And this can be the thing. Just tag 3 comedian buddies, 3 actor buddies, and they're going to get prizes. And they're going to thank you. You want to be the person on an Easter Monday who give gifts to 3 of your friends. If you want to tag more than that, you can tag more than that too. There's no limit. We're going to send you some prizes. That's what we always do here. We just prize the F up. How was your weekend? What'd you get up to?
Oh, well, I didn't really get up to anything. My mom dropped off a care package for me with some mini eggs, which I always love. They are probably the greatest chocolate in the world.
I agree. Don't you think it's time that, given that most chocolate bar manufacturers make everything, like Reese, for example, makes everything in every size, they're constantly rejigging it, and there's one with 3 and there's one with 4.
Have you had the one with the Reese's Pieces in the Reese's Cups?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah. It's like they just make Inception of Inception of Inception. It's like, this is a Reese's Pieces filled with Reese's Cups, filled with Reese's wafers, filled with There's a layer that's just chocolate. There's it's like they never stop. Yeah. I think don't you think they should make, this is my idea for the mini egg people, is people love mini eggs. What about maxi eggs? I'm talking giant mini eggs. And you don't just call them giant eggs. You call them giant mini eggs.
Okay.
So I want fist size mini eggs that I can just, right? Come on, am I just talking? Anyone out there? Brandon, you're like, no.
Lars, before you get too far off with this, I feel like they would just be like giant gobstoppers.
Yeah, but they're delicious chocolate, and they have that lovely shell on the outside. I
feel beautiful. Like when you make the shell, like, wouldn't it be too thick after a little while, or like based on how big it is? Like if it's the size of this. Like, and you cover this with candy coating,
exactly,
with chocolate inside. I feel like that might be just too much candy on the outside.
I appreciate your analysis and those questions, and I do believe those are valid questions for the boardroom discussion when we meet with Cadbury or Nestle or whatever evil empire makes these.
I'll make sure I schedule that meeting right quick.
right. Yeah, we don't need to. You don't need to schedule it. They're probably watching. We always good for 2 weeks in a row. Yeah. We've been booked for something while we've been on this show. 2 weeks ago, we got booked to be on Inside Jokes on Global News. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Vince and Dean, for having us. And then last week, Frank DiFrancesco, an actor, booked an audition session at the studio live on the air. It was just blowing our minds last week. Always good stuff happens. You just got to show up. That's the thing. And if you're watching right now, thank you for showing up. Feel free throughout the episode, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this later on a replay. If you're watching it live, ask questions. You got questions for us, for Brandon, for me, for anything about Laughing Vikings, and especially when we bring on our special guest today, you got questions for him, then please let us know in the comments. We can see them live. And if you're not watching this live and you have a question, just reach out, DM us at Laughing Vikings, or shoot us an email, LOL@LaughingVikings. Just be like, hey, I was listening to this thing. The year's 2039. I was listening to this episode about Shaquille James-Hosten, actor/wrestler, and you said I could ask a question, and reach out. And 20 years from now, we're going to get a question. And then I'll forward that email to Shaquille, and he'll answer that question. And just, what a beautiful thing.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Yeah. So get involved. That's what I'm saying. And don't forget to become a member at Laughing Vikings, too. And if you don't know what Laughing Vikings is, go to laughingvikings.com, or just keep watching this episode or listening. But chances are you love this, because we do this every week. So
we do.
Yeah.
So I think it's now time that we bring in our guests. And what better way to introduce our guest today than by seeing a clip?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Are you ready for a clip, Lars?
Let's roll the clip, and then I'll give him a proper intro.
Let's roll the clip.
Rolling the clip.
And the slap to the face. Disrespect. And Darius King charging and now pummeling Blake. Darius King almost taking the head of Blake on his shoulders with not only that clothesline, but that heel kick. Ducking a clothesline. Beautiful drop kick. Textbook. Cover. Hooks the leg. And Blake just getting the shoulder up. Blake with a stiff forearm there. And now it's Darius King scooping up Blake. Planting him in the center of the ring.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw him in that clip. A warm Laughing Vikings live on the internet. Welcome to actor/wrestler and Laughing Vikings OG member. He's always here. To know him is to love him. Believe me, he's really a big teddy bear, and he's lovely, but he can also destroy you, as you just saw in that clip. Give it up for Shaquille James-Hosten.
Woo!
There he is.
What is up, everybody? What is good? Yes, Lars, thank you very much for protecting my rep there and reminding people that even though I am nice, I got a dark side too. And let me just say, BK Broiler is a very good gimmick name. I'm telling you, you know what, Brandon? If you decide to step in the ring, all right, That's it. You're set. BK
Do
Broiler.
you think I have a shot? Like,
I think you have a shot, man. I think you have a shot.
I believe you have a shot. Let's go Laughing Vikings tag team.
Let's do it.
You can be the BK Broiler, and I can either be Captain Lars or wait for this, Shaquille. I'm not sure if you've seen this. I'll be back 1 second. I won't be, but someone else.
Someone might be appearing.
What's going on?
Yeah. How was your Easter, Shaquille?
It was good. It was good. You know what I mean? I was relaxing.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
What the heck?
Oh yeah. Wait, I'm gonna fix my oh, there I go. Yeah. Look at that. Huh?
All right.
The green screen effect's doing some weird stuff here, but this is my what do you call this? What's this?
Lucha mask.
Lucha mask.
Right.
Want to know how I got this? I did a gig. It was like a half-day gig. I think it was 6 hours for Sauza Tequila, where I was paid as an actor / like promo person to stand to be in this and a onesie at a kind of fancy schwanky alcohol testing. Like it was people from alcohol reviews and alcohol magazines and food and drink magazines when they're rolling out new drinks and they want their buyers to be like, yeah, go buy this tequila. And I was like the guy that they would take pictures of with the tequila, and then they would hashtag it to win prizes. And they had a bunch of models around as well. But I was this guy in a singlet, like in a onesie. It was very
incredible.
It was pretty uncomfortable. It was pretty.
Show me a picture next time
I'll bring it for sure on my Instagram. I'll bring it up. Yeah.
What was your name that night? What was your alter ego?
Oh, what was my name? It was like the Sauza. It was Souza. Like it was something to do with the tequila. I don't know. I forget. I should remember.
Says in the chat, thanks for keeping wrestling alive. Thank you both.
Thank you, Jim. Yeah, but to finish there with Brandon, yeah, the weekend was good. You know what I mean? I was just relaxing. You know what I mean? Just taking it day by day. Caught up on some reading and everything like that. You know.
Would you want to have
terrifying.
a giant? Lars. Would you want to have a giant mini egg the size of this ball right here, coated in candy with chocolate filling?
Oh my God. You know what? After my strict diet, for sure.
See, there you go.
I will 100% take you up on that because I got a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? Just right now, I gotta watch the figure and everything like that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I will give you the thumbs up when I'm ready because I'll be ready for that egg. Trust me.
You can also use it in the ring. You could smash it over a guy's head with a mini egg, right?
You know what? For real? Yeah, for real. That maybe I'll be the gobbledygooker number 2.
Right. Oh, and Darius
throwing it back now.
Buckle.
Throwing it back with those old school references there.
I gotta say that was a serious. What do you call that? Was it the flying drop kick where you were completely parallel, like 6 feet off the ground?
It was a drop kick, standing drop kick. Yeah.
Is that your signature move?
One of them, because I get so high. Not to brag, but yeah, it's, one of my favorite things to do is to just fly in there and knock them down. So.
That's funny. You said you get so high. I've seen BK Broiler get pretty high out back on the porch, and I've been there with him several of those times. So you're not the only one who occasionally likes to get high.
I gotta. What kind of high are we talking about here?
We're talking about several different things.
The kind that makes you put on a luchador mask while you're podcasting live right now. Maybe that kind.
Just making sure.
Shaquille, before we get any further with the luchador mask, before we get any further with this conversation, which I want to get into, but it's going to come later. So, Shaquille, we start every podcast with our guest this way. Can you give us your 1 minute life story? Ready? And you're going to go full screen. Go.
Shaquille James-Hosten, born and raised right here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Growing up, you know what I mean? I just had a passion for whatever it is that I love to do. And getting older, I started to dip into the athletics, ran track and field, did martial arts. Now I am actively pursuing my dreams as a motion picture star, or if the stars happen to align another way, perhaps you could see me in the WWE. So I don't know. That's me. I think that was like 30 seconds. That's pretty terrible, but
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay. So yes, that's pretty much my life story. Me just trying to make it, just on the hustle and grind. You know what I mean? There have been ups, there have been many downs, but I'm still here plugging away and never losing sight of the goal.
And we are out. Great job, buddy.
Nice.
Okay.
Exit full.
It's hard to do when you don't.
I know we're live. Just cut out that middle stuff in between there. Yeah.
I'll see what I can make my magic work.
Or we just give him another go round where you can see the thing. You want to do another? Let's do it. Let's get
Another-
it clean. I feel like it's hard. I feel like it's hard to do it if you don't see the clock. And when we put him in that view, then maybe he doesn't see it. So maybe we let him see it and then just run. You want to do another?
We can, yeah.
It has happened before where someone took a second lap.
In good spirit, let's do another one. Why not?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Why not?
This is Shaquille James-Hosten's 1 minute life story.
Boom. Shaquille James-Hosten, born and raised right here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I am currently living my dreams right now as a professional wrestler and actor, hoping to make it as a motion picture star. Before then, I dabbled in the martial arts and ran track and field competitively for a couple years. Growing up, I've just had a passion for the things that I like to do. That's just me. And you know what I mean? It was hard to sort of connect with other people because I was so different. But over the course of time, I have grown to just appreciate myself, my talents, what it is that I like, and you know what I mean, staying true to who I am. And that is my 1 minute life story. I hope you enjoyed.
Still 5 more seconds. Getting a drop kick. Go ahead.
Do it.
Drop kick to your face. There it is. Oh, I should have gone 1, 2, 3. Whatever.
Right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Then kick out of it.
Right? Then kick out. The strong kick out, like the people's champ. Just, you know what I mean? That's how The Rock did his kickouts, emphatically.
That was great. That was great. I like that we did the do-over. People can listen to both. You know, this is showbiz. You know, we're lifting the veil. You know, it's not always perfect. Sometimes we get round 2.
Sometimes.
It's great. It's great. So let's go back to earlier in your life when you started to get this bug. You said you were kind of different because you were aspiring to do these crazy, or some people might call them crazy things. What was your first thing that you did as a child? Like, when did you get the performance bug? And was it acting stuff first, or was it wrestling, or was it a hybrid of both? How did it start?
My first performance here. Let's see. Well, wrestling is something that I've always loved ever since I was a kid. My earliest memory of that is, you know what I mean, my grandmother, who is still kicking with us today, 98 years old. Let me give it up to Grams, right?
Literally kicking. She's a wrestler. She's in the ring right now kicking. She's the 90-year-old.
Right. She is kicking them right now. Yeah. She is kicking all these wrestlers. But my earliest memory is just, you know, grandma over here, I'm in the middle, my sister over here, and we're just watching, you know what I mean, wrestling on the television. And of course, I didn't know what the hell this was, but I loved it because everybody around me loved it. And over the course of time, I just stayed true and I stuck with it. You know what I mean? And of course I would have fantasies and I would think about wrestling and stepping into the ring, and just everything for me was wrestling. Anytime I got a toy, here's the thing about me too. I never had wrestling toys when I was young. I know, hard to believe. It's like, you never owned a wrestling action figure? I was like, no, my mama didn't get me no wrestling toys. She didn't like wrestling, right? But anytime I got a toy, it was always a wrestler. I'm talking about McDonald's Happy Meal toys, and I'm just like slamming them together and everything like that. So that was it on the wrestling side. Just always been a fan. And in terms of acting, that one's a little bit hard to pinpoint and lock down. But in my mind, I've decided to pretty much just chop it up to the 4th grade. There was we were doing the spoken arts festival that we did at our school, or spoken word thing that we had. It's been years. And what happened was that there was a book called Something from Nothing. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but right, it was about a young boy named Joseph. And Joseph was made this beautiful, like, I think quilt or something initially from his grandfather. And every time he played with this thing, he would always tear it or rip it or something. And then his grandfather would always make something new for him. So we, the class, was going to perform that, do a live performance of Something from Nothing. And the teacher wanted to cast a Joseph. And pretty much the only line was, "Grandpa can fix it," Joseph said. And then after the class would say, "Joseph said," and then they would, read the book. The class would read the book. And pretty much what happened was that we were in class, and then the teacher was going to go around. She was like, "Okay, all the boys, I'm going to go, you guys just say the line, 'Grandpa can fix it,' and you know what I mean? I'll pick from there." And I remember putting on an accent, which I am not going to do because, you know what I mean?
Which accent was it? Just so we know.
But I don't know. I just made something up on the spot.
Nice.
And I cannot recite it for you since puberty decided to take my vocal cords and just go like this and, make me Barry White. But you know what I mean? I just remember doing this weird accent. And then after I was done, right, saying the line, "Grandpa can fix it," I just remember saying, "Why did I do that stupid?" And then
you were from Brooklyn all of a sudden. "Hey, Grandpa can fix it. Hey."
Man, it wasn't even that. I don't know what the hell it was. But yeah, I just made some accent. The teacher went around, and after, she was just like, "Okay, Shaquille." I was like, "Oh, snap." It worked. So that was not the first time I did some weird stuff and got the part. I can get into that story a little later on. But yeah, you know what I mean? I've probably, done little things before, like school related and all that stuff like that. But you know what I mean? That was really, I guess, the first thing I could be like, where I was like, okay, I have a role to play. I'm Joseph. You know what I mean? I keep ripping this thing my grandfather makes for me, and Grandpa can fix it. And then, you know what I mean? So that's that I guess was my first little acting thing there.
And then you threw in a drop kick at the end of it. You're like, "Teacher, I think it makes sense that the kid drop kicks another kid in his class." Yeah.
I drop kicked the whole damn class. That's what I did.
That was the grand finale. "Grandpa can fix it." Drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick, drop kick.
Just getting up and drop kicking all the kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then at the very end, shocker, a bit of a twist ending. You actually drop kick Grandpa too. Like,
oh, whoa. Lord.
Whoa.
No,
Grandpa can't fix that.
Grandpa can't fix it now.
Grams would whoop my behind. That's what
right. Yeah. You mentioned wrestling toys. This might date me a little bit. I remember a lot about wrestling when I was a kid, and the two things were like, I think they were either like 12 inches or 18 inches. Like they were just rubber, like they were just solid rubber.
LJN figures, yeah, they were just posed like this.
Right. Yeah.
Those were like the initial ones. Once the WWF like blew up with the rock and wrestling era, Randy Savage, George Animal Steel, Warrior, Dusty, you know what I mean? All those
Junkyard
guys,
Dog, Hillbilly Jim, the Iron Sheik, all the old school ones. Do you remember? I don't know if you would remember this, or I feel like it must have been late 80s because I was only like 10, something like that. They were wrestling stickers in chips. That was the other thing. They were like collectible stickers, and you could collect them all, but inside Hostess chips. Look that up. That's some wrestling lore right there. Someone listening to this is like, "Yeah, I remember wrestling stickers." But,
probably the people from like people who were kids in the early in the 90s and stuff like that. That was a little before me. I got stuff like that toward my time there. You know what I mean? I was born in the early 90s. I'm a 90s baby. Represent my time. You know what I mean? 90s. Give it up. Yep. Yeah. Right. So
I'm 600 years old. Yeah. I'm 600 years old.
Right. So
I'm dating myself.
Lars has been around for millennia, so he remembers everything. But yeah, we had something like that when I was a kid going into the 2000s. There, we had stuff like that. It was like a little package, and they were like in candy and stuff like that. But yeah, we kind of had sort of the same things there with that.
So you, Brandon, you want to ask the next question as far as his his growth and development?
So, Shaquille, when did you get your first paid gig, and was it with wrestling or was it with acting?
When did you turn pro? Yeah.
When did I turn pro? It was with the acting. It was with the arts. Yes, I booked my first role. It was 2014, and it was a hockey commercial. It was, I can't find it for the life of me. Maybe I could dig through my emails or something, but no, I couldn't find it. It was like a web commercial. And I booked it with this dude who worked at the gym that I worked out at. And I was like, bro, you work out at that gym? What? Okay. So yeah, you know what I mean? And I could talk about, something like that a little more after. But yeah, 2014 summer, that was my first gig. It was a hockey commercial, and the scene was we were in the basement just watching the game, and I had to eat. I had to eat for my first gig. So every take, Lars, you know about this, Brandon, you probably do too, right? It was Tostitos. I just got some Tostitos today, actually. And me, I'm a plain Jane when it comes to food. I don't like things on my food. I eat my hot dogs bare. So I was like, oh, I get to eat Tostitos? They put cheese and the peppers and all this crap on the chips. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, okay, right? So every take was pick up, bite, and I'm tasting everything, and then cut, spit. I'm like, right? I had to spit it out in the bucket and everything like that. Right. But yeah, man, I was on a damn roll that year, starting that summer. That was my first thing, was that. And then I ended up booking my first speaking role on a show called Beauty and the Beast that shot in Etobicoke here, starring Jay Ryan and Kristen Cruick from the Smallville fame. Nice. But yeah, that was awesome. I got to play a nurse and everything like that, and hand them a clipboard and speak. And I was on camera. I was like, yo, I got this, bro. And then I ended up coming back and doing another episode. Man, I was like, yo, this is the life. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then after that, it's just been like, you know what I mean? Y'all know how the business goes. But that was my first paid gig. Hockey commercial. I got to eat food. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was cool.
I like that you mentioned having this spit bucket, which for those of you who aren't necessarily in the acting world, what ends up happening on food commercials is you have to take that hero bite and just be like, oh, it's the best thing. Like before this bite, my life was terrible, but after this bite, no problems. Everything is the best. But in a commercial world, they might shoot it 50 times from a bunch of different angles. And if you were to actually consume that, you'd be maybe puking by the end of it.
Bro.
So
Jenna Fisher actually talks about in her book, in The Office, they had like this scene with a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake. And like her and Mindy Kaling would just eat the cake because they wanted to eat this ice cream cake so much, and then got super high off the sugar, and then crashed, and then still had 8 hours of filming to do. And then because they botched so many takes, they had to do it again the next day. And then they realized about the spit bucket that was there.
I did a commercial one time where on my line, it was sort of a montagey commercial where a bunch of different people had a line about the product. And it had nothing to do with French fries, but I was a guy in a diner saying my line and then chomping on some French fries. And I don't know, we must have, like, we did tons of different variations. We did different variations of the line, different timing of the line, like different ways. And then so by the end of it, I ate like 2 giant plates. Like I wasn't thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, free French fries, wicked. But by the end, I remember that we shot in Hamilton, and I was taking the GO train there and back, and on the back on the GO train, I was like, oh shit, I had a worse stomach ache. I felt like I wanted to puke, and it was like a non-union early gig for like I think I got paid $100 to go eat two plates of French fries and be sick on the way back. Brilliant.
Moral of this story is always use your spit bucket. It helps.
Always, guys. Always.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Always.
Yeah. No shade to Tostitos. Shaquille loved those Tostitos. But,
Yeah.
They were great.
You should have been spitting them out.
Putting stuff on them. Damn. And I was hungry that day too. I was willing to eat, but you know.
And I like how you said you don't like anything on your hot dogs, because I don't like anything on my burgers.
Plain. My favorite potato chips are Lay's Original.
Thank you.
Right.
Or lightly salted. Lightly salted, I love.
All right.
Give me some sodium. It's fine. But
I'm gonna jump in here on that one.
Yes, yes.
I can see the potato chips thing. I personally, and I can empathize with that because I also like plain Miss Vicky's. But I don't know that I would get a regular. To Miss Vicky's to me is like, if plain is here, Miss Vicky's is like it's a little extra. Like they're like
I agree with that.
Primo. But I don't know about plain burgers. To me, I'm a make it a meal guy. Like when I go to the street meat things, I'm like, I'll pay $5 for whatever the thing is. But then I'm getting olives, I'm getting onions, I'm getting sauerkraut, I'm getting bacon, I'm getting nacho cheese, I'm getting mayo, I'm getting relish, I'm getting corn relish, and then it's just this big giant thing.
Don't get me wrong, Lars. Like when it comes to certain foods like burgers, you can't eat that dry. Come on now. That's when you gotta put stuff on it. I'll put stuff on my burger for sure. Right?
All right.
Certain foods for me, they just gotta be plain. And I'm good. You know what I mean?
Let's talk this through with BK Broiler here. With the nickname BK Broiler, you eat plain burgers? What kind of psycho are you? Explain yourself.
What I want on my burger is I want a fried egg, I want bacon, I want sauteed mushrooms, onion strings, ketchup, and mustard. That's what I want on my burger.
That's tons of things. I thought you said you just liked them bare.
I don't like vegetables on my burgers. I don't like the lettuce. I don't like the tomato. I don't like mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise.
You don't like anything like salad related on your burger. You'll have
I'm not gonna make it a meal like you are. I want a burger. I want fries, and I want a shake or whatever.
Right. What do you usually order at Riverside Burgers? Shout out to our neighbors, Riverside Burgers here. They're friends of ours, and they're always amazing to us. But you always order something fancy there, don't you?
I usually either get the lamb burger, the brunch burger, which is fantastic.
That has the egg on it, right?
Yeah, that has the egg.
Right.
And then I think there's a mushroom burger or something. I don't know. I have only been there a couple times.
They always have sauteed onions, and there's always fancy sauces. They're big on aioli there.
You got to do the sauteed onions right. Like you got to cook it for a long time. Sauteed onions aren't just like a thing that you cook for like 5 minutes and then they're done. You have to like really take out the water from them so that they are nice. There's sugar. There's stuff to it. It's not like a just regular plain old onion. Because I'm sorry, I don't want to eat an onion. I'm not the Grinch. I'm not going to bite into an onion.
You heard it here first, Laughing Viking listeners. Do not fuck with BK Broiler's sauteed onions. And if you ever invite them over for dinner and you're having sauteed onions, for God's sakes, do them right.
I was just about to give him credit right there on that promo you cut. Let me explain that. In professional wrestling, when the wrestlers talk smack on the mic, that's called cutting a promo. And when Brandon just went in on what he wanted on his burger, I said, that was perfect. He's like, here's what I want. I want the onions. I was like, that's a promo right there, bro. Your character is set. I'm telling you, BK Broiler is like, we coming soon to a wrestling ring near you. Do not mess with his burgers, or else he'll give you the sandwich slam. He'll give you the hamburger. That's his finisher.
Yeah, I like it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like it. He's like, oh, brother, you do not mess with the BK broiler.
No.
You do not mess with the BK broiler sauteed onions, brother.
Do not, or else you're gonna get the quarter pounder. That's what you're gonna get.
And then maybe you throw handfuls of sauteed onions at them after you pin them, and or do you just eat them? Maybe that's a waste of sauteed onions.
Do what the $1 Million Man did after he finished his opponents. He would stuff a dollar bill in their mouth, take a burger, and just eat that. There you go.
You've been BK broiled.
There you go.
I feel like you could get Burger King to sponsor you for that. Except the BK broiler, was it a chicken sandwich? I feel like it was a chicken sandwich at Burger King, but whatever. There's multiple BK.
Can we not get McDonald's to sponsor me instead?
Oh man!
You have to be called the Big Mac.
Hopefully, no reps for Mickey D's are watching.
The BK Mac attack. No, we gotta get sponsored by.
I could talk about McDonald's all day.
We need to get sponsored by someone healthy and sustainable and not jammed full of chemicals. We're gonna get. Maybe if there's a good onion farmer out there, let's get sponsored. We'll just get sponsored by A Vegetables. But today's episode is sponsored by carrots.
And so leading into our other clip. So I have another clip from the Super Kicked, and it's actually 2 clips in one. So for 2 clips in one, let's show it.
For donkey punch of sorts.
Setting them up for something here.
What do we got here? With that, 2.
2.5.
That spinning bomb. Not quite enough here. Both men giving it all in the ring right now. But John's got to stop playing up to all these fans here. These fans aren't going to win the match for him.
Darius King's in trouble here. He's in big trouble. There isn't much by those elbows. Not much in his elbows.
And there it is.
Belly to belly. What a belly to belly there by Darius.
Looking back to the turnbuckle. Is he going to go up top again? No. Oh, that's it. A little too much time there.
He's got to make a tag here. If he can't tag, this match will be over. He has to tag to Darius. There it is. Darius King
in the ring.
Jimbo Jones is in the ring. Big clothesline.
Big clothesline. And another one. Get back up and the reverse elbow.
Nice.
He is on fire right now. Jimbo Jones not knowing where he is right now. He's on Dream Street. But nobody home. And there it is. Darius King. Belly to belly.
Here comes Kyle Brooks. Oh, he caught him in there. Another belly to belly coming up.
Oh, with such force.
Do it here.
Oh, nice sidewalk slam out of Big Boss Man. He's looking for you.
For a cover there.
Hey, he just wants to hit anybody he can at this point.
Kyle Brooks hit the floor hard there.
He really did hit hard. And there's the leg drop from the second row. This could be it. Goes for the cover. 1.
Nice.
Yes.
Let me just say really quickly, those 2 clips were actually from another promotion, Crossfire Wrestling in the Niagara region. Yeah. So the initial one that you showed off the top was Super Kicked. Those 2 were from Crossfire. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But
you wiped out everyone. That was you against everyone. You were like Uma Thurman and Kill Bill, and you just destroyed everybody.
So in the first clip where I was wearing green, I was wrestling my tag team partner. That was sort of like our audition to get on that show. The promoter wanted to see how we worked and everything like that. And he was like, okay, book you 2 against each other. So we were like, all right, let's give them something here. So we went in and, we mixed it up. It was fun. That was 2019. And the story going into that, it was May 2019, that one was. And the story was that the Raptors were on a tear. They eventually went on to win the championship that year. And I came to the ring. I had a Raptors jersey. And, I like blew my nose in it and everything. And I stomped it because I was a heel. I was the bad guy there and everything. And the crowd was like, boo. And I was like, yeah, eat it out. And our second one there, where the 2 of us were in red, was our official tag debut on that show there. And I got the hot tag. I came in there like a house of fire, man, and I lit it up. So
Nice.
yeah,
That was huge. One of my favorite things in wrestling is that when the 2.5 count, where it's like
right? And then
just like
they
always
get that
magically kicks
shoulder
out
up,
of it.
the anticipation, you know what I mean, the exhilaration, like is he gonna lose? What's gonna happen? Yeah, that one.
It's like you better not lose. It's this thing just started.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's over. Oh,
Lars,
fuck.
I'm not sure if you noticed if there was kind of a theme going on in your costumes. So I'm kind of curious. Was Mighty Morphing Power Rangers? Did that affect your wrestling persona? And like, has that inspired you to become a wrestler and or like choreographer and stunt performer?
Yeah. You know what? I'll say that. I won't lie. You know what I mean? I loved Power Rangers when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Even in high school, I didn't hide it. I was not shameful of it. I wore it like a badge of honor. And you know what I mean? That didn't go over so well because high school hormones, what are you doing with this little kid stuff? This was high school back then, not now, when Power Rangers and superheroes and all these things are really trendy. And it's like, it's okay to like this stuff, right? No, it didn't go over so well back then. So, you know what I mean? It's like, here I am, fast forward, 14 years later, and it's like, boom, I am living my dream, wearing the same damn thing that everybody decided to pick on me and make fun of me about. And, what are you guys going to do about it? Why are you living your dream right now? So yeah, of course, yeah, it was an influence for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna dive into that some more. I'm working on getting every Ranger color from Mighty Morphin. Currently, I have black, I have red, I have green. I'm working on the yellow, blue, and pink and white. Eventually, soon I'll do that, but. Yeah, you know what I mean? It fits well. It fits well with our tag team and everything like that and what we're about. You know what I mean? We're called AXK. That stands for Alpha X Kaiju. You know what I mean? Alpha being number one. My partner there, John Tavius, is the number one wrestler in the universe. And
Nice.
Kaiju is Japanese for big monster, for beast. And you know what I mean? Power Rangers, the theme of it originated in Japan, called Super Sentai. You know what I mean? And I'm slaying the kaijus as in my dreams. You know what I mean? However big the obstacle may seem, it's nothing that I can't handle, and I overcome those each and every day. I'm still here doing my thing. So yeah, you know what I mean? He likes a lot of that stuff. I like a lot of that stuff. We were brought together by my trainer, Chris Chambers, the half-baked kid, the leader of the Super Kick Dojo there. He was just like, you two have similar styles. You guys are like the same. Boom, you guys are a tag team. I was like, cool, let's do it. You know what I mean? So we're working on getting more matching gear and really playing up to the anime style sort of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah.
This episode is a masterclass in wrestling and in Power Rangers now. That's great. Where did the name come from? What's Darius King?
Okay, so one night we were having a student show at Super Kick. Sometimes we have student shows along with the main shows, which happen at the Great Hall downtown on Ossington and Queen there. But we have student shows as well monthly. And when I was first getting my feet wet in wrestling, I was like, I need a name, because my first name was The Dreamer, right? Because I believe so much in my dreams and everything like that. And it was based off of a promo that I cut on somebody in class. And then the second show that I did, the more experienced wrestlers decided to name me Big Shaq. And I came out to that damn song, Big Shaq, Man's Not Hot. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. You know what I mean? I took it and I made it my own. You know what I mean? I was dancing around. I'm like, yeah, I'm Big Shaq. But you know what I mean? I was like, I need to be more me. I need to be more, you know what I mean, ferocious, because I have this inside of me. You know what I mean? I have this fury, right? So I went up to the announcer before we started, and I was just like, I'm trying a new name right now. And he was like, all right, what is it? I'm like, Darius King. And I just splurted out right there because Darius sounds tough, sounds cool, and of course King. Why would you not put King on the end of something like that? That's royalty. That is, you know what I mean. That is, you know what I mean. That's what it is. And I've just been running with that. I thought about changing it, but that initial clip, that earlier clip that you showed with me in the green, that same show, there was a kid who wanted to meet me, and his name was Darius, and I remember that because I got emotional after that, actually, because like it was real to me. You know what I mean? After I met that kid, you know, the promoter just came up to me. We were backstage. He's like, someone wants to meet you. I said, someone wants to meet? I said, okay. So I went down and I met the kid and his family, and his dad was like, hey, Darius, meet Darius. And you know what I mean? Yeah, he was just this quiet kid, you know what I mean? He was really shy. And I was just like, hi. I was like, did you have fun? Did you like the show and everything like that? And I just remember sitting down and I got emotional, you know what I mean? Because I was just like, this is real now, you know what I mean? Like no one's ever, you know, been excited to really see me, you know, like who the hell am I? Right. And you know, this kid wanted to meet me, let alone me being a bad guy that night. So it was just like, yeah, man. I was like, you know what? Let me ride this out. Let me stick with Darius King and see where he goes. You know, bow down.
See that, everybody? He's a sweet teddy bear with a heart of gold, but he will drop kick you in the neck.
I will destroy you.
It's those kind of little moments that really shape us as performers and like really inspire us to keep going, right?
Yeah. You realize people are watching, and you realize that that to young people, you're a role model to people.
Yeah,
you never never know. So
that's amazing.
So Shaquille, do you have a routine before a match or a performance? Like, do you do anything like physical or vocal to get yourself ready and in the mindset to go and do the match? And can you show us?
I don't actually. I wish I did. What I do before a match is just pump. Get some pump so your muscles look good before you walk out. Okay?
Oh, nice.
Typical wrestler thing. Do some push-ups. Do some curls, and then spray some body oil. Get the muscle definition out there. That is my prep. That's what I do.
Have a specific oil that you use?
No. Anything that gets the job done. Could be some Vaseline. Okay.
What about a pump up song? Do you got a pump up playlist?
A pump up
favorite
playlist.
Track? Did you have an intro song?
No. I don't even listen to music. I'm more so focused on. Okay, we're going out there. I need to be focused on what the hell I'm about to do, and you know what I mean. Let's go out there and give them a show. That's what I'm focused on. Yeah, I try my best not to, you know what I mean, be like, I need a pump up song or anything. No, because I want to.
Listeners, viewers, Shaquille the Real Deal needs a pump up song. If you're a beats maker or you're a musician, just go to work. Hit those. What do they call them? What are they? The ones and twos. The ones and twos. Is that what it is when you're a DJ? Somebody send him. It's an opportunity. You could be like Shaquille the Real Deal, aka Darius King's intro music. Put something together, ship it to him, and pitch it to him.
And before we move on from this topic, I just want to know: do you have specific moves that are your favorite? And what move did you work on the most that you really struggled with, but now it's one of your go-tos?
That is really good. That is a good question. So obviously it's the drop kick, as we saw. Okay, the signature Darius King drop kick to your jaw.
Nice.
As my favorite thing to do. And what have I struggled with here? And I'm not even like saying that on like some high horse thing, like I never struggle.
Oh yeah.
No. I just, because I keep my moveset so to the point and so basic. I don't do all this crazy stuff that you see some wrestlers do today. You know what I mean? I can't really think what gave me trouble.
Have you ever been injured in the ring? Or in practice?
Knock on wood, nah. In practice, yeah. You know what I mean? Things happen when you're in there. You know what I mean? You can fall the wrong way, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, knock on wood, nothing super serious, just little stings. Like, hold on, maybe let me just get back to this in a moment. Let me just step out for a bit. You know what I mean? It happens. Things happen. You know what I mean? It's all about trust. At the end of the day, you have to trust the other person with your body, because I am giving you my life. You know what I mean? And you are giving me yours. So, you know what I mean? We have to communicate. And, you know, if there's anything that, you know what I mean, you're not comfortable with, you let me know. And if there's anything that I'm not comfortable with, I'll let you know. And it's all a respect thing, because at the end of the day, we all got money to make. And we all have, you know what I mean, stuff that we need to do. We have lives outside of wrestling. We love it. Of course, we're passionate about it. And we go hard in the paint or go hard in the squared circle. But at the same time, it's all about care and consideration. So a couple of stings and whatnot. To get back to your other question, a move that I struggled with. Let's see, a Northern Lights suplex. That one gave me struggle. You know what I mean? A Northern Lights suplex, which you know what I mean, you do by wrapping the other person's arm around your head. So they're basically like holding your arm like a headlock. And you place one hand sort of on the inner thigh, and you basically just bridge back like this, and you tuck. And I've seen a lot of wrestlers do it, and it made me nervous, because it's like, how do they just bend like that? They basically do a matrix in there. When you're done with this, YouTube Northern Light suplex, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because I was like, oh, I'm terrified. But then after going over it a few times, I was like, oh, so all I'm doing is just, you know what I mean? And you know, it came to me. So yeah.
Have you had the opportunity to use the wrestling and all the physicality of that and the fight choreo from that in film, in stunts?
Not as yet.
There's certainly lots of crossover there, and the fact that you've done that should aid in that.
Dude, I am waiting for the day. I really am. I'm excited. You know what I mean? I want to play. I want to be a superhero, of course. You know what I mean? DCEU, Marvel Cinematic Universe. I got it. And I want to be an action star. I want to have an action movie character that I can return to. You know what I mean? Somebody who is attached to me, like how Ethan Hunt is attached to Tom Cruise there. How the Equalizer is attached to Denzel. How the Transporter is attached to Jason Statham. You know what I mean? Like, I want that action guy, somebody that I can, you know what I mean?
Darius King. It's Darius King. Let's put it out there.
It's Darius King for the wrestling ring. Yeah. And on screen, I'm waiting to see who that is. But yeah, for sure. I definitely think I have what it takes to be an action guy there. So
yeah, 100%. 100%. So, speaking of acting, how we came to meet you is one day you wandered into Laughing Vikings here. How did that all shake down? What was your introduction to Laughing Vikings? I think you've been coming here and been working with us probably, it's been a couple years now, yeah?
2 years, yeah. I just kept passing it on the streetcar, not knowing what the hell it was.
Yeah.
I saw the sign out there. I saw the clever advertisements, and I was like, what is Laughing Vikings? So then finally, I just Googled it, because that's what you do when you're curious. You Google things. And I Googled it, and boom, it was like film studio, or your tagline was there, tired of bugging your friends or family to help you with self-tape? And I was like, what? And it's in the area.
Nice.
Let's go, right?
Yeah.
So I think I emailed or I called, one of the two, and yeah, I've been coming ever since. And you know what I mean? I'm blessed that, you know, you guys are there. Your hours are great, because y'all know how this business works, and you know how the industry just springs things on you. Just what, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, that happened, right? I was in there one day, and then you know what I mean, the next day something just sprung up, and I was like, I don't have time tomorrow, so I better get this done tonight. And I was like, Laughing Vikings, let's go. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we love having you. You always have. I mean, you're often coming in for really fun roles too, but you're great to work with. You bring in creative choices. You're always a gamer and a player. Like, I remember some of the physical ones that we've done for some shows where there was a little more action in them, and you were like fully invested and fully immersed and in your imagination. You could tell that you're really into them. So yeah, it's been great working with you.
Yeah, man. Come on now.
I'll always remember your performance for the showcase, the BIPOC showcase, where you did it from Black Panther.
Thank you. Yeah.
You crushed that. That was amazing.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit about, I mean, because I know that there are a lot of actors who throughout all this, even pre-pandemic or during pandemic, maybe have struggled. They're figuring out their home setup, or they don't have a family member or friend. But you are one of many people that have chosen to invest in your auditions. Can you speak to like how that has helped you, or how you feel that investment has worked out over the years in your auditions?
A lot. I'll start by saying that. You know what I mean?
Like, what problem does it solve for you? I guess that's in trying to express to people, and then just understand what do you like about it, or what's the easiest thing that you don't have to deal with anymore? Like
booking through Laughing Vikings, you mean?
Just working, or just, it doesn't even have to be Laughing Vikings, just for anyone out there who's thinking about investing in their own auditions, whether it's with Laughing Vikings or anywhere. There's a lot of actors who just try to DIY it. They only do it at home. They only do it with their spouse or family member, or maybe another actor friend, but they don't actually invest money into that process. Like, what is it that like, why do you do that, I guess? And what do you get out of it?
You do it because you want the absolute best. You know what I mean? You want the best from yourself, and you want the best for this performance, right? As you said, it's a showcase of, you know what I mean, your talent and your effort. And, you know, I understand that things may be hard. Like, what if, you know, when one day Brandon, Lars, you're all booked up, it's like, I got a DIY, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? The thing with that is that, you know, you don't feel as if you did it 100%, because everything is just sort of, you know, stuck together, slapped together, just throw the magnets on to the fridge, hopefully they stick, kind of thing. Right. You know what I mean?
What did you do before you were coming for? Were you doing it at home, or were you getting a friend or a family member? What were you doing?
I was actually recording at another place in the East End. And sometimes I did actually have to DIY myself if it came to it last minute and I didn't know anywhere to go. Right? It was both ways for me. Yeah. Right. So you know what I mean, for anybody who is struggling, I would just say, you know what I mean, take the time, you know what I mean, to go out there and, you know, find people who are willing to help you, people who have the resources that you need, like the Laughing Vikings. You know what I mean? You're working with great people who care, and it's affordable. Don't worry. You know what I mean? So yeah. You know, that's also another thing too that I think chases people away from doing this. It's like, you know what I mean, so much, and you know, I know the pandemic is probably hitting a lot of people hard. You know, they gotta hold on to them funds, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I want to make something of my life. So, you know what I mean? It's like, things are there. You got to look for them, you know, and it's taken a while for me to understand that too, because I have been stubborn across my journey as well, which is why I think that I haven't gotten as far as I've wanted to be, because, you know what I mean, I've really just kept myself, you know what I mean, just contained, as opposed to, you know, branching out and you know what I mean, wanting to network and stuff like that. But that's just all personal reasons and stuff like that. So
right. Yeah, I appreciate what you say about like for some artists and for acting. I mean, it can be inconsistent. It's a gig economy, and there's ups and downs to that. So there's a scarcity mentality sometimes that can creep into our heads of like, oh man, I can't invest money in my auditions just to get a job. But also you got to kind of flip that and really like believe in yourself and believe in putting your best foot forward out there. And also realizing that small investment is potentially booking you for a role that changes your life. That could be 4 figures, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures and beyond, or ends up being the role of a lifetime where a franchise is built around you because of it, because you end up actually going out and winning that big role rather than being like, oh, am I going to spend $50 for it? Like if you're hung up on $50, certainly it's going to be tough for you to get to the realm where you're rolling in millions of dollars, because it's
100%.
And I'm not saying you personally, I'm just saying in general, for all of us. I'm saying that to myself sometimes. Where I'm like, I'll look at a bill, and if I sweat it, then that's like, it's not an abundant mentality. You need to have that abundance mentality, especially when it comes to investing in yourself and in your craft and ultimately in your dreams. Like, if you're not going to invest in your own dreams, then what are you going to invest in? Bitcoin, probably. Bitcoin and your dreams are the two things you should invest in.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? And to piggyback off of what you just said, like it's all energy.
Right.
It's all energy. Everything that you attract, your money is energy. Everything you do is energy. So if you look at things repeatedly, like, that's a lot. You know what I mean? What signals are you sending out to the universe? You're broke? Okay, good.
Right.
You're going to be broke. And then where's that going to leave you? You know what I mean? Think of it like, I got to pay $50 to do this self-tape, but this role could be a $50 million check.
Boom.
Right?
Exactly.
So, you know what I mean? Like you never know sometimes, and that's the one thing that I just have to keep telling myself, you know what I mean? I have to keep telling myself that, it's not too late. First off, and you know what I mean? We can do this no matter what. Just stay to it. Anybody out there who is aspiring and struggling, never lose sight of the goal. Make a damn vision board. I made my vision board last year, December 31st. I stuck all the pictures on it, and now it's up on my bedroom wall, right on a good spot. So when I wake up in the morning, I see it, and I see it before I go to bed at night. You know what I mean? Have the goals, have the visions in front of you, so that way you don't lose sight of it. Okay? I don't want anybody to think about the money. Don't think about how difficult this is. Just think about, you know what I mean, how you're gonna learn and grow from this, and where it's gonna take you in the future, because it's gonna take you to some really good places. You know what I mean? So
Shaquille, the real deal, spitting some fire, some inspirational fire right here. Yes, love it. Yeah, are we snapping fingers?
Yeah. I wish I could snap with this finger, but I can't. But
you can't? Oh.
I can only snap with one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow, you're not an ambi snapper?
No.
What happened?
It just didn't work this way. It
Well,
just didn't work with my left.
Take Shaquille's advice. It's never too late. Keep working at it. Maybe hire a snap coach. And,
Maybe.
And they can work with you on it.
There you go.
So
Nice.
we do have one more clip of Shaquille's wrestling, Darius King. Let's see that right now.
Check it out.
And of course, if you've missed last week's episode, you can go on the Super Kick YouTube channel and check it out, as well as all the past events we've done. And make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Darius is dropping the big leg. Go for the cover. Early win. Marston kicking out. I am still shocked.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. I feel like I'm watching that clip, and part of me, like we talked about, maybe Brandon needs to get into the ring. You obviously are a wrestler, and I'm like, do I want to be the wrestler or do I want to be the announcer? I kind of like that. Oh, and there, a double banger from Shaquille, the real deal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons. Oh,
right? Yeah.
It's not quite as cool when he's doing the call to actions for social. Like, Oh, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Laughing Vikings. Tag a friend, DM us for prizes. That's what I want to be. I want to be the guy. I want to be the announcer guy. It's great.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. Or your tag team guy. Maybe your tag team guy of the Laughing Vikings. The Vikings, I guess, would be. Or the Laughing Vikings.
Man, with having the gift of gab as comedians do, you could be an excellent manager, a Bobby the Brain.
Oh yeah,
right. Going old school, because that's
right.
one thing that the wrestling business needs right now is some top-notch managers and valets.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bring it back old school right there. You know what I mean? With the sports jacket.
I like that. I show up in a suit. Yeah. Roll up in some Escalade limos.
Make it all you, your own swag, everything, whether or not you want a sparkly jacket or whatever.
Right. But from time to time, I'll fuck with the ring a little bit. I'll come by, like, while you guys are in the ring duking it, I'll come back with a chain and just slap a chain over your enemy's backs, and then I'll just walk away. What? No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Help me win. That is what good managers do. You're supposed to do that. Just make sure the ref's back is turned so I don't get disqualified.
Of course. Right? Yes. I'll whack a guy with a steel chair. For sure.
Right? You're on my payroll here.
Gotcha. 100%. I got your back, buddy. I got your back. Yeah. And then we'll just at the end, we'll just throw out $100 bills to all the crowd, right?
Like, I love it. I love it.
Them everywhere.
A $1 million man in there and whatnot. Hell yeah.
PK Broiler stuffs burgers into everyone's mouths.
That's our wrap.
I think what we've learned is Laughing Vikings is going to sponsor a new wrestling duo or trio or quadruo or whatever the next thing is.
This could be the beginning of a new stable. What the hell are we gonna call ourselves?
Right. I don't know. That's for the next
Viking
meeting.
ring.
The Vikings.
The what?
The Viking ring.
Yeah. The Viking ring.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if there have ever been any black Vikings in history.
Interesting.
So that's the thing. Right. See? So we gotta.
Well, there is now. We can start it.
Yeah.
There we go. Not to be. The future. Forget the
black Viking.
Everyone's welcome on a pirate crew. Everyone's welcome on a pirate crew.
There you go.
Yeah. Vikings coming.
That's what I believe, anyway.
Yeah.
So, Shaquille, we like to finish things off with an inspirational quote of the week. And so, for this week, I picked someone that was both a wrestler and an actor, very well known. You may know him, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. What he says is success isn't about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent, hard work gains success. Greatness will come. What do you think of that quote, Shaquille?
I believe in that 100%. It's all about the consistency. Mm-hmm. As I said earlier, seeing the goal, knowing what you want, and believing in yourself. Because the only person who can tell you that you can't do something is yourself.
Yeah.
Who the hell is anybody to tell you that you're not good enough? It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
So consistency is key. Just stick with it, man. I've been going at this for 8 years now. 8. Yep. So you know what I mean? I'm not done yet, and I can't quit. I gotta be that damn superhero.
Yep.
Okay. I gotta get my Oscar. Right? I have to work alongside the greats. So you know what I mean? Consistency, stay with it, believe in yourself. You know what I mean? The greatness will come. You just have to believe in yourself.
After people listen and watch this episode, you're going to get comments and people are going to reach out to you from this episode to put you in their movie. Guaranteed. That's the kind of magic that happens around Laughing Vikings. We'll put it out there.
We'll see.
People pick it up. And speaking of that, my dreams are one step closer to coming through. Jim Tooby, Lars would be a great manager leading them in the ring. There you go. I'm the manager. BK Broiler's got the burgers. Darius King is doing his thing. We already got the start. The people are.
Darius King's got the drop kicks.
Right.
The King doing his thing. That's it.
Or the Royal Boot, maybe.
The Royal Boot.
Yeah.
Love it.
The Royal Boot.
The Royal Boot. There we
I
go.
like it. I like it. Well, this has been a pleasure, BK Broiler, as always. Our special guest here today, Shaquille, the real deal, James-Hosten, aka Darius King. And to all of our listeners out there, thank you, Tubinator. You were, I would say, your audience VIP today, Tubi, with some of those comments. So thank you for joining us live. And be sure to hit us up on all podcast platforms. You can listen to us, send a review, share it with your friends. You want to win some prizes, tag a friend, and then also tag us, shoot us a DM. And hit us up at laughingvikings.com for all your audition needs. And I don't know, enjoy your week. What else can I say?
Before we go, I just want to say, Shaquille, where can the people find you? And when can they tune in to Super Kicked? And is Super Kicked still going on?
Yeah, Super Kicked. We have a lot. We've shot a lot of stuff before. So you can see new episodes of Super Kick Presents Unlisted every Friday at 8 p.m. on Facebook Watch, YouTube, and Twitch. 8 p.m. Unlisted. Okay, that's where you can find Super Kick. Myself, my handle's right there at Shaquille the Real Deal. You know what I mean? It's up to you whether or not you want to follow, but that's where you can get at me. And yeah, just don't give up on your stuff, people. You know, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your stuff.
And if anyone gives you any trouble, kick them in the neck.
Right in the face. That's it. I'm not playing.
Oh, Darius King from the top row. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is going to be it for this episode of Laughing Vikings Live. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Shaquille for taking the time out to talk to us.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was my very first podcast interview. I hope I did all right.
Oh, you were great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's already going viral right now. Check your DMs. Check your DMs. You've already been booked for a blockbuster Marvel movie, and you're in the ring with The Rock. The Rock. Let's just universe. Are you hearing this? Let's go. Let's go. Once we clip this up, we'll just incessantly DM The Rock and be like, "This guy wants to be you." So, like, not you. He wants to be his own version of you. But we'll hook him up. You hear that, Rock? Dwayne, aka Dwayne. Let's do it. Let's we'll Laughing Vikings collab. Right. All right, clap them out as we do here at Laughing Vikings. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, audience. Peace and love. We'll see you in the studio.
Thank you.
You guys. Yes, thank you.
All right, that is it for this episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Just remember, you are loved, you are special, you are talented. Thank you so much, and happy Monday.
And if anyone else tells you anything different, kick them in the neck. You're in charge.
And with that,
bye.